Yo, what's up YouTube? This is your boy DJ Troy. I hope everyone is good. So today I'm going to be talking about the latest, and maybe not so the greatest, but it is the latest. One of the most shocking news that's coming out of Hollywood right now is, of course, the news about Mr. Stephen Collins. And for those who don't know who he is, one word I gotta mention and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. The guy that played the dad on 7th Heaven, which is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I grew up, I loved all the characters. It was just one of the greatest shows ever. It was just pure, innocent, and just nice. They had their dramas on the show, but it was a great show. But waking up this morning, seeing that Mr. Stephen Collins confessed to child molestation. Apparently, him and his wife are going through a very dirty divorce, a very nasty divorce to be exact. And they were in a therapy session. And what did the wife do? She brought a recorder. Okay, and under California's law, state law actually, you could record any conversation if it's gonna be used towards, solving a crime. So obviously molesting a 3-year-old and molesting other kids is a crime. So it has just rocked the entire internet right now ablaze with this whole molestation charge, because when you look at Stephen Collins and when you saw him on 7th Heaven, you don't expect to hear anything like this. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's just insane. So, I'm shocked to say the least. Very shocked. But again, it just shows that we're all humans. We're all infallible. We all have our issues. But child molestation, it's fair to say that his career is really over in Hollywood, because there's nobody that's going to be touching that guy anytime soon for any jobs, for nothing, because he's just been blacklisted. So I'm very sorry for the kids who were abused by this scandal. I'm very sorry for everyone that's affected by it. Terrible situation. Moving on now to my favorite artist. He is my favorite. I'm not gonna BS around it, Mr. Drizzy Drake. So apparently Drake had a sexual encounter with a stripper by the name of Johnny Blaze, and she had a good relationship, sexual relationship with Drake or whatever. But the relationship soured, stripper, rap artist, that can't go too far. One is looking to make money, one is looking to just have a good time. Anyway, apparently, the stripper said that Mr. Drake and his crew, not Drake himself, but Drake sent his crew to threaten her so that she don't talk about their sexual encounter. And she's filing police charges against Drake, alleging that Drake has, done something horrible towards her and she's emotionally distressed. It's a whole BS. Point is this, okay? As my boy Charlemagne the God said, that listen, man, we not trying to hear anything about that right now. It's not that serious, Everybody know what they're for and what they're there for. Drake need to bust a nut, to put it bluntly, and the stripper need to make her money. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And my girl Angela Yee also said, hey man, you know what I mean? There's no way any girl right now in their right mind, and this is for all the girls that's dealing with Drizzy Drake, you know what I'm saying? There's no way that Drake is gonna wife you up. You know what I'm saying? He's too, Drake is not looking to make anybody his girlfriend right now. You know what I'm saying? Drake is out here having fun, doing what he gotta do, making that money. Okay, so you know what I mean? Whatever the situation is, you know what I mean? My girl, Johnny Blaze, take a loss and keep it moving. Drizzy Drake, if the allegations are true, man, come on, man. You're better than that. Your people should know better than that. You know what I mean? If she wants to talk about it, hey, you know what I mean? Everybody know that Drake is out here, you know what I mean? Putting the D on strippers, putting the D on superstars, putting the D on everybody. So everybody know that Drake is about that business right now. So nobody is, thinking that Drake is, chilling or whatever. Everybody know what Drake is about. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Keep it moving. Now, moving on to the next crazy story, and that's Miss Raven-Symone. For anybody that don't know the name Raven-Symone, the little girl on Cosby, okay. So she came out stating yesterday on Oprah, I think this show originally aired on Sunday. She was saying that, she don't want to be labeled because she's in a relationship with a woman. So she don't want to be labeled as being gay. And also, too, she also don't want to be labeled as being African American. And on top of that, too, it just sounded very strange. She said that, she survived because she's 28 now and she's going to be 30 soon, and she hasn't gotten a felony, which is more respect to her and her parents, because it is true. Because we see the Amanda Bynes, we see the Lindsay Lohan, we see the Macaulay Culkin, the list of child stars, and all the issue goes on and on. So more props to Raven-Symone for, keeping out of trouble, doing it right, and, making her parents proud. What I want to address about Raven-Symone is, of course, this allegation about not being gay because you're with a woman. I'm sorry. There's a reason why we use the word homosexual. There's a reason why we use the word gay. When two species of like minds come together, man to man, women and women, we use the word homosexual and we use the word gay. It's not offensive. It's not derogatory. It is what it is. Raven-Symone, you are what you are. Own it. It is what it is. Nobody's going to kill you. We're in 2014. Nobody's going to dislike you. We're not going to stop loving you because you're gay. How many gay artists there are out there? I mean, come on. Just own what you are. Now, the terminology of her not liking to be called an African American kind of broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? And all the people's art out there that love her. Because listen, man, we are proud to have, a role model as yourself, to be out there, representing the African American race or the black race in whatever capacity there is, because a lot of portrayals that we see on TV are extremely negative. So having Raven-Symone out there as a sister representing for us is awesome. And you're going to say that you don't like the title, African American? Listen, man, a lot of people died for that title. A lot of people died for the fact that they don't want to be called black or, the N-word or what have you. So Raven-Symone, you need to own it. You're African American. Be proud of who you are and do what you need to do. If you're gay, you're gay, and you're African American. Don't try to, because the rule is, if you're 1%, even if 1% black you have in you, you're African American. This is why we say Obama is African American, because that 1% rule is still on the books. So own who you are. And, if you get pulled over by a car, they do not see a white. Get pulled over by a cop in any state, especially in the Midwest, they do not see a white girl. They see an African American girl. If you get, when your ID is being taken, they don't see American. They say African American. Okay, so own what you are, Miss Raven-Symone. And regardless of if you're gay, straight, we will always love you for whoever you are. Okay, but just represent who you are and be who you are. Nobody's trying to make you into anything else. We love you as you are. Just don't deny yourself of who you are, if you understand what I mean.